Stan and Christina Grof developed what they call holotropic training as a legal alternative to psychedelic therapy. They claim that people experience higher circuit activations similar to psychedelic experiences, by engaging in intense breathing exercises set to music. Often participants are asked to draw a mandala after the holotropic practice. Similarly, many Westerners have taken up exotic breathing exercises they say are based on Hindu Kundalini yoga. You'll find many videos like these on YouTube. It's my understanding that these practices are very intense and potentially hazardous for those who have heart issues, high blood pressure, family history of aneurysms, and a predisposition towards mental health issues. There's an old lecture where Ram Dass tells the story of an intense holotropic breathwork session where he was totally freaking out. I'm sure there are people who have had very positive experience with these techniques, but to me they seem very risky and unnecessary. Some people are so sick of the culture they've grown up in, the culture that shaped their status quo personality, that they decide to start over and either create a new culture from scratch or become an adoptee of another. The 1960s kicked off a wave of Westerners who explored new religions or practices like ceremonial magic in an effort to change themselves for the better. I'm someone who has explored different religious traditions and have been enriched by doing so. But as the saying goes, there's no such thing as a free lunch. Taking on more cultural baggage without a proper higher circuit activation can just cause more trouble and confusion in our lives. Jung cautioned Westerners about taking up exotic religions and philosophies. He said, people will do anything, no matter how absurd, to avoid facing their own souls. They will practice Indian yoga, observe a strict diet regime, or mechanically recite mystical texts from the literature of the world, all because they cannot get on with themselves and have not the slightest faith that anything useful can come out of their own souls." End quote. Warnings like this one help me navigate my own moments of confusion about how to live my life after powerful personal experiences and encounters with new religions and philosophies. An older American once came up to me during my visit to India. I knew her for a short while as an acquaintance. She was really steeped in Hinduism, even though she was a Caucasian lady and probably raised Christian. She often dressed in Indian garb and sang Sanskrit chants for hours every day. She told me that she was very frustrated and said, "I don't understand how you've had all these experiences. I've been doing everything right, yet nothing happened." I think her case should serve as a warning for those of us who attempt to force change in our lives through taking up exotic cultural and religious beliefs and practices. You can't just pick up a new belief system and start worshiping the goddess, Christ, or Krishna, or Buddha if you don't genuinely feel it. If activating higher circuits is what you want to do, looking within is the way to do it. After higher circuit activation, you might feel drawn by archetypal representations in other cultures or religions. This may result in you participating and sharing in wonderful cultural exchanges. Great. But these new exotic cultures, religions, and philosophies are not a solution for your troubles. They aren't some final destination where you'll find permanent happiness.